Zapinette Goes to New York, the first ever series of global Jewish humor, Volume 1, by Albert Russo. Narration, Jeanette Skirvin. Zapinette Goes to New York, the first ever series of global Jewish humor, Volume 1, by Albert Russo. Narration, Jeanette Skirvin. So that I should forgive him all his shenanigans, Unky Berky gave me the most wonderful news I've heard between here and Galactica. We're going to spend Christmas in New York. So, yesterday morning, and since my teachers went on strike, they should do that more often. I accompanied him to the U.S. Embassy to get him a visa. I don't need one because I'm both French and American, on account that my mother married a Brad McInerney after she settled in Brooklyn. But even before I could say boo, that jaybird of a father ditched us plunk, flying away to Amazonia or thereabouts, with no return ticket. And though my mother and I came back to France when I was a little girl, I still have a few memories of that period. Some of them I make up, but that's none of your business. Gosh, the lines behind the tellers were so long at the embassy, you'd believe outer spacers had joined the crowds and that they too wished to travel to the States. Legally, not on flying saucers. A few of the bozos here did look spaced out. After having waited 3/4 of an hour, I couldn't take it any more, especially since the place began to look and smell like a refugee camp. There were all kinds of people around us, young folk with their rucksacks. Some of them were real cute, weirdos carrying overstuffed bags, thinking maybe they were going to spend the night here, businessmen in their 3-piece suits sweating like a bunch of penguins struck by a heat wave, families composed of mothers, fathers, and kiddies, accompanied by a granny or a nurse. A few Lottie ladies stood among them in their Chanel outfits, and I thought I even spotted a pair of models. No, it wasn't Claudie Stiffer, nor Cinderella Crawfish. I don't know how she got in there, but I also saw a gypsy woman hopping from one group of people to the next, pretending she was on the wrong line, asking some gullible grandpa for information while begging on the side. When she approached me, I pulled faces at her, trying to shoo her away. But she insisted, like I was the moron, which made me so nervous I bit my tongue and gave a little shriek. That's when Unky Berky told me I should go outside and take a walk in the surrounding gardens, since the weather was beautiful. 10 minutes later I came back, 'cause to watch the bees gathering the pollen of flowers ain't my thing, not like my uncle who can stick his nose into a rose that's a rose that's a rose, to use the words of Gherkinstone, for an unconscious amount of time, oohing and awing like he's sniffing powder. The funny thing is, he gets high on this. It took us another half-hour before our turn. The guy at the teller looked like a cross between a slobbering Doberman and a warthog. Thank goddess he didn't have any tusks or incisors, though the warts were there, 'cause I could well imagine him biting off a piece of my poor, delicate little neck. Checking the questionnaire Unky Berky had taken half an hour to fill in, he asked us a load of baloney questions, some of which sounded so inane, like if I was really his niece. He thought maybe I'd been kidnapped or something, that I had to blurt out my favorite expression, Nanady, Hector, and Tommy. The latter is much prettier than hysterectomy, you ought to admit, and wash more. No one gets offended. Then with his unflinching big bad wolf stare he growled,
Sample complete. Ready to continue?